Welcome to the Port Charles Update with your hosts, Mish and Mel.
Hello.
Hello.
So Mel dropped a bomb at the end of our podcast last week that we wouldn't be recording. I noticed that I'm blaming her fully as she is
Absolutely.
not
Yeah,
here.
it is. Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's only fair. So yeah, it was a lot of weeks. It was a lot of weeks together.
Yeah, it
So
was. But that gives us an opportunity to bring back this dynamic duo,
oh
right?
jeez. Okay. So Johnny is here for this week and then we'll have a break.
Yes, yes. 'Cause next week it's your birthday, so
Yes.
there will be no recording because
No.
we'll be celebrating.
Yeah, and Mel will be babysitting.
That's true.
She has
That's
to
true.
come from another province just to
Yes.
babysit.
That's how hard it is to find a babysitter in Montreal.
Okay, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be, everybody.
Yes,
Oh,
we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun.
okay, so we're gonna start with Carly and Valentin.
Our favorite couple.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really like them. Okay, so what did you think about Valentin's react? Don't read my notes. Never mind.
I'm reading your
Okay,
notes.
you should have taken notes.
I should have.
If you
They're
want.
in here.
Okay, so what did you think about Valentin's reaction when Carly wanted to go to Sunny?
I mean, I think he obviously was a little taken aback because he, up until that moment, felt like, he was her person, I guess, especially
Mm-hmm.
for these, we'll call them missions.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wink, wink.
so, wink, wink. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I guess to him, it felt like a betrayal in a way and a bit of broken trust because they were in this together, they were doing it together, and he felt like they could have accomplished it together, right?
Wow, so deep.
Yeah.
But I do agree with what you said. I do think a lot of the story and the back and forth with Valentin and Carly is exactly to arrive at that goal, to be each other's person.
Yes.
I was just gonna say he was being a jelly belly and didn't want
Oh,
Sunny
yeah.
to touch us with a 10-foot pole, but I also thought that is kind of insane. He wants to go distract Cullum or go turn himself in rather
Hmm.
than literally just have Sunny's army. And to me, I'm
I
like,
know.
I don't know how bright that is.
It's not. It's not. I mean, I think, like you said, the whole jealousy aspect, because then now you're thinking about the history that Carly and Sonny have, and him thinking maybe this would bring them closer together.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't
I
bring
don't think it would either, for sure.
no, but I also think it's kind of crazy. Army, turn myself in
Yeah,
and
potentially for life.
never see the light
Right?
of day. But I think the Sunny mention was also a bit of a clue because Sunny once got out of prison because he saved a,
The
a
mayor.
political,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
I
a
remember.
kid or whatever. I really do think that ultimately Valentine will end up saving the world,
Yeah,
if you will.
I think so.
I think he'll like make some kind of sacrifice or do something really pivotal. Maybe he's the one who brings back Jason.
That's what I was thinking too. It can happen in one of two ways. It's either he goes there and gives them this whole column thing, or it's and they don't care and they put him in jail, and then it turns into Valentine and Jason doing this whole
Prison Break.
like a prison break
Well,
style.
Jason's supposed to be back soon, like this summer. Like his character
Yeah.
should air at some point. But it's getting me excited because I wasn't sure what you're going to say. If you were going to say either Valentine will choose the whole, because now Brennan today tells Carly it's possible the WSB will do nothing. I know
Exactly.
I told your boyfriend
Yeah. Yeah.
to go turn himself in, but I think they're going to be too busy to hear him. That was weird. So when you said that, I'm like, okay, that's interesting. What? Because that is an option. What if he goes to the WSB and nothing comes of it, or there's too many obstacles? And his other avenue is, you know what? I can maybe just break out Jason, get the girl, save the day
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but I think they'll all kind of meet when they go on that
I
mission.
like that. I think it could be really good writing and a cool part of the storyline to see them go through this whole prison break process.
I do want there to be something like that, but there has to be someone. Like I feel like they're setting it up that way. When Brennan was talking, he just made it seem like it might be hard to get to the guy at the top, the guy who will listen. That's what it sounds like. And so I'm thinking at some point he's gonna have to get one person who's important in the WSB to hear him because that's the only way Valentin could ultimately go free.
I think so.
So so yeah, I think that's gonna happen. But I did realize something about Jack and Valentin though, as a duo, is that Carly went from the guy who held her hostage, because that's technically what Jack did
Yeah.
when they met. And everyone kept saying, "Didn't this guy do this?" And then she went for the guy who poisoned her instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oddly enough, it was still an upgrade, I think.
Yeah. Whoever brings her closest to death, that's a,
Something else
Yeah.
with those 2 that I thought was significant,
Yes.
okay, was this. Valentin, well, we know what he chose to do. He's gonna choose to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want she tried for, like, a really long
Of
time being
course.
like, "But no, is there another way?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then he said it. He said the 2 options.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Save your daughter's life or send me to prison."
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I thought about that, like the way he presented it to her was basically this massive sacrifice and being like, you only have like one choice here and I'm going to do this for you. And then it led me to think about the kinds of choices Chase gives Brooklyn.
Oh my God, this guy is such a dum dum.
And like Valentin's not even married to Carly.
Yeah.
They haven't officially even become each other's person yet.
Mhm.
But Chase is doing things like, it's Willow or your cousin Michael. It's Willow or your
Oh, God,
grandmother.
it's so bad.
It's just not it's not
It's gonna
okay.
turn into it's Willow or it's Phoebe. you know?
Ew.
It's so bad.
Ew.
He's such an idiot.
He
It's
is.
incredible.
He is a dum dum. But something that has me confused about Cullum and his abilities, though, at one point he was talking to like his guy
Mm-hmm.
at Windermere, and then he starts saying something like exploring the option of tipping off the FBI so somebody can search for Rocco and Britt.
Right.
That really confuses me. You're the director of the WSB. You managed to create like a sub section of the WSB to create cold fusion, and you can't locate
Yeah. Yeah.
Britt and Rocco?
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I would think the World Bureau of Investigation is more like, I don't know, powerful than the
Mm-hmm.
FBI.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
But also this too. He thinks Anna is a problem.
Yeah.
I can't with that. Anna is not a problem. She was never close to solving anything, the same way that Portia never cheated. That's how I feel.
yeah.
These are
Exactly.
these are just not real things.
They're not. It made no sense to, put Anna in that situation, right?
She would
Because
have confused herself. You
exactly.
didn't need to drive her crazy. She is good at doing that to herself.
Yeah, in true PCPD fashion, she would have pointed everyone in the complete opposite direction, right?
Well, yeah, she would have consulted every criminal.
yes.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
That's what she would have done. They would have been fine, and they don't know that. And that's what
Mhm.
you get for overestimating someone. Waste of money, waste of resources,
Yes, absolutely.
all for someone who never would have solved it. Never would have solved it.
Totally.
I don't like talking about her, but Lulu was summoned to Windermere.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the thing about her. She doesn't know how to play her hand or turn on her like annoying reporter persona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Because she had the leverage in this moment. He calls her over. Sidwell goes missing. He's supposed to be this WSB agent investigating Sidwell.
Yeah.
So him having her over makes little to no sense. And she made mention of like, oh, well, this is like a story or whatever. I think I think she had the complete ability to make him squirm.
Yeah. As a reporter, that should have been your main thing when you went there and go into reporter mode, like you said. And she didn't do that, at all. Like she should have been kind of angling to get information from him in a way, to see, where was he in terms of Rocco's location or how vested was he in trying to find Rocco.
But not even that. First of all, her superpower is annoying people until
Yes.
they walk away from her
Yeah.
or kick her out of places.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like if he were to even ask about Rocco, she honestly should have just been pressing him for information about Sidwell.
Yeah.
How could
Yeah.
something like this happen? You know, like, what have you found? You've been here for days. You have so many men. You're using so many resources. Like, she could have hammered him with questions to the point that he got so annoyed, he forgot that he cared that Rocco shot him and was
Yeah.
maybe begging for Rocco to come back and shoot him again from the front.
Up the front.
She has
Yeah.
that ability and she doesn't know when and how to use it.
Yeah.
The only good thing she did was bring Ethan there. That
Yeah.
was a smart thing to do.
That was funny.
Probably one of the only reasons she didn't disappear. And even when, okay, and this too, when they were parting ways, they shook hands and then he held her hand extra long. And last week we were talking about how the girls, so Colin, Nathan, and Sidwell, got into a fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so this would have been the perfect moment to like out mean girl Cullum by being like, ew, that's too long. That's so inappropriate. Where's your HR? Like, I just
Yeah.
think she could have done a lot more
Yeah.
to annoy Cullum because I think that is it's the only thing she has to offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Missed opportunity.
It was a missed opportunity. Okay, something sad
Yes.
about all of this WSB stuff was Charlotte learning that her
Papa.
was leaving without her
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. That was a sad moment for sure. But I mean, why would he take you on the run again? He brought you there or, made it so that you would be with your mom so you wouldn't be in danger anymore. So why would he take you again?
Well, at least if he went on the run, she knows that he would contact her and there would be a way of seeing each other again. But this
Yeah.
was different, him saying, I don't think I'll ever see you again because they're going to take me away. Like her dad
Yes.
won't be free. That was sad. But what I found really funny was zero hesitation. You know, like there were times where she talks about she feels bad about her mom and what she's going through, or that Rocco's not here.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me laugh that like Rocco's gone. And she's just like, yeah, I'll leave. Also, I just think that's so funny. Today she was debating, do I give my mom Rocco's address? But a minute ago, you're like, I was just going to leave, straight
Yeah.
up leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she would have had 2 kids who went on the run with just like anyone but her.
Yeah. Best mom in the world. My gosh.
But what I was thinking though about Charlotte, which I am kind of surprised about, because like as they were having that moment and saying goodbye, I was just thinking about the whole storyline to begin with, right? That Rocco ran away with this woman who, what was it? I think later in the week when like Dante's talking to Elizabeth, he refers to Britt as someone who stole Rocco, but I think
Right.
Dante needs to be really careful because Rocco sees Britt as someone who chose him. Because with the whole surrogate storyline, even though the adults would be like, hey, she should never have stolen the embryo and
Mm.
had you and then kept you. She stole you, she took you. But to Rocco, he's like, but if she didn't, would you have had me?
Exactly.
That's his thing. So he sees Britt as a person who chose to have him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something you can really take lightly. But that's the thing. How did Rocco's surrogate storyline not bring up Charlotte's surrogate storyline?
Right.
No one knows what happened to Claudette.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm just sort of surprised. And now when I'm looking at it, I find it really funny. How is it possible in Lulu's life to have this sort of happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like both times your embryo was stolen.
Yeah. It's so
It's
weird.
really weird.
It is.
It's really weird,
Yeah.
but funny. That Charlotte wanted to leave.
Yeah. Quite the full circle moment.
But I think it's gonna blow up in their face though. Like just the last few scenes with Dante and Lulu
Mm-hmm.
when they're just like, oh great, I'm so happy you want to arrest her. And we were talking about this because I had said in one of our previous podcasts with Mel that like she's gonna be really sick. Rocco
Yeah.
is gonna want to be by her side.
Yeah.
People are gonna get involved, like whether they were saved or whether they had to come back or whether they had to make a phone call. They didn't make a phone call. I was actually hoping that the phone call would have been to Dante. I guess for me, I see because of the relationship Dante's forming with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth is a person who's always hated Brit. So I think it's a big deal that Elizabeth sees Brit differently. And because
Yeah.
of that, she has the power to have Dante see her differently. And I was saying that if Brit is really sick in a state where they can't yell at her or things like that,
Right.
if Lulu doesn't care about that, she doesn't care about that, right? She doesn't like the women. Why would she care in this situation? But it's about Rocco. If he sees that they don't care, or if he sees that when she gets better, they're trying to get her in trouble for a choice that he made. And we all know that Britt tried her best to discourage Rocco. But
Mhm.
to Rocco, this is a person who's willing to die for me. Like, that's what's crazy
Yeah.
about the whole
Yeah.
situation. And so I figured that Dante maybe would soften, because it's either you get on the same page as Rocco about Brit, or you drive the wedge between the two of you wider.
Mhm.
And I felt like he had more of a chance to soften than, let's say, Lulu would. Because you know how bad that is? Like, in a way, and Lulu, it's like this person stole my kid. Again, Lulu's not about the whole people change thing.
Mhm.
But she did. Brit did change. She did do that horrible thing, but she's also done so many other things since then, and life has moved on. But Lulu would have the right, like, you left with my kid, whatever. But imagine in her mind feeling justified to be angry against Brit. Brit is like dying and she doesn't really care. And
Mhm.
she can't bring herself to soften or have compassion at all and is angry. Like, I just have a feeling that Lulu is going to risk losing Rocco further. Like, even though you find
Yeah,
him,
I think so. I think so. Like, look, he left with her, and it's creating even more of a bond and even more of, him caring about her even more. Like, especially now, like, she needs a lot of help. She's sick, and he's gonna step in and do that and help her, and that's gonna make him obviously like her a lot more. So if anyone says attacks her in any way, of
oh,
course that's
yeah.
gonna affect him for sure.
And I don't know if she's gonna be able to control herself, and I honestly don't know how useful she's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, last week, I made fun of her because Tracy had come over to our house, and she's like, "Oh, I know that it must be hard with Rocco gone," and I had said, like, "She seems fine
Yeah.
to me,"
Yeah, she looks
you
okay.
know? And, like, since Rocco went missing, I remember it was, like, the day after or hours after Dante had called her at home, but she was busy having to tell Charlotte and Danny that Rocco
Mhm.
was gone. And so Dante calls her. So you have to remember, he's the police. He's searching for your son. He's calling you. He's obviously not calling you to say, "Hey, how are you? Like, what are you doing?" And she has the nerve to go, "I'm busy right now."
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's about Rocco." And then she takes the call. And it happened again today. She's
Yeah.
writing an
Yeah.
article. He walks in. She's like, "I'm busy." Tell me this. Why would he come to see you? He doesn't come to see you just to come to
Exactly.
see you.
Exactly.
If Rocco was fine, he wouldn't be stopping by.
Yeah, they need to put her in Chase somewhere far away.
Oh, that man. That man. You know what? Dante hasn't even brought Sonny in as much as Chase has arrested Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. My gosh.
So what do you think about that winner? Chase.
Oh, I mean, I think you know how I feel about him. He's a complete moron. This whole obsession with Willow and always making her seem like she can do no wrong is just it just is maddening, right? The guy is lost in her eyes. And even when, I think it's been pointed out to him more than once that she's obviously like wants you
Yeah.
in
At
some
the
way.
very least, he
And he's
does,
like, no, 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 it's
because
so bad.
I understand that he's not gonna believe that she shot someone,
Yeah.
right? He's not gonna believe that. But at
Yeah.
the very least, this is in the range of believable that she's after you, that,
Absolutely.
the way that she's behaving, touching your arm, being all in a bathing suit, like any of
Yeah.
those things.
Offering you a job in politics that you have zero experience for. Right? It's bonkers. Like, how do you not take that and make that connection of her wanting to get closer to you, you know?
Like, Brooklyn wants to protect her marriage from Willow, but there's no protecting her marriage from Chase.
Right.
And
Right.
at some point, she's going to have to sit with everything you just said, but actually focusing on choices part. Choices.
Chase's
Chase.
part.
Chase. But that the fact is that Chase refused to see things any differently. He
Yeah.
he decided I am not gonna take a step back and, like, consider everyone else, that he's gonna have to take responsibility about the tunnel vision he's had, you know?
Yes.
Like, not just when she's flirting, but when she's offering certain opportunities or asking himself why. He's a detective.
Yeah.
He's a detective.
Yeah. And this is why he got demoted.
Yeah, that's true too. I
But even from Brooklyn's part, like I think Brooklyn, the only thing she cares about right now is making sure she gets Phoebe, and she's not gonna let anything get in the way of that, right? She's not gonna let Willow get in the way of that. She's not gonna let Chase get in the way of that. It's something that she wants to make sure happens at the very least for her. Yes, she wants family, but she definitely wants Phoebe to be a big part of that with or without Chase, right? But for now, she kind of needs Chase for that to happen.
'Cause what marriage can you have when someone's brain is broken like this?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like, he's not a real person. Like,
No.
he's so far gone, but I really hope you're right, and I hope she proves Tracy wrong, I guess, in a way. Like, I hope she shows the coordinate in her,
Yeah.
because if her goal is Phoebe, and I do think that plays, like, a huge part in all of this, I hope this woman is smart enough to, at the end of the day, when all this blows up, that her name is the sole guardian
Right.
of Phoebe. Like, if Brooklyn, because, like, when Tracy gave her that speech, that was everything. Like, we know how Tracy feels about Gloria, about Lois, and, but when and she even said it, she goes, "I was trying to inspire you." Like, it was such an impassioned speech. And that's the thing. Like, I felt like there was so much weight to what Tracy said, because it's like they're rich, right? And a lot of, like, when you're rich, the legacy is like your money, your
Yeah.
name, your reputation, like stuff like that. And for her to tell her heiress granddaughter, your legacy is every strong woman before you, I'm like, oh my God, that is so good. And I loved all of it. And I mean, she wasn't wrong to be heartbroken and watching pieces of Brooklyn disappear. And I mean, honestly, like, where's Ned in all of this? Like, Ned gave Chase a talking to, telling him, like, you're humiliating my
Yeah.
daughter. Like, have you
Yeah.
not noticed? But that, like, when he got through to Chase, that's when they found Delilah.
Right.
So, like, all of that information out of his head.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping, because this is bad. And I mean, she feels how she feels about Willow. We all know that. And I don't know why she's not telling Tracy everything, because the moment any suspicion about the accident and Willow and the GPS and the whole thing, I just figured, wouldn't that put alarm bells to Tracy? Like, what did you
Yeah.
do? Like, I guess I'm just wondering, like, what was so bad about letting her in on things? But also, I'm just hoping that she gets angry enough with Chase too, because you see how she looks at him and she's annoyed. Like, she's
Yeah.
forcing herself
Mhm.
to play nice. And again, when Tracy walked away, she seemed determined.
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping that determination is, yes, she wants to protect her family and give it a fighting chance with taking Willow out of the picture. But at the same time, she's going to have Chase left to deal with. And so if she continues to see that behavior, I hope she's smart enough to protect her rights when it comes to Phoebe, because at the end of the
Mhm.
day, I feel like I don't think Ethan is gonna be so silent in this anymore. Like, Dante made a comment to him today, "You don't understand,
Oh,
you're not a
yeah.
father."
Yeah. But even about that, like when he was doing, and I don't even know why he was doing the swab or the
What
DNA
did
test.
he steal? Like, I don't get.
He took
Oh.
Delilah's DNA. That's the way
It
I
was
saw it.
Delilah's?
Yes, and he swapped his DNA with hers. So that tells, like, to me, I'm like, so are you the father? And are you really the father, or now you're just doing this because you want to show that you are the actual father, right? So
I don't know. Like,
no,
this is
I don't
very.
understand that, but that's kind of what I got from it. That he wants that.
But who's he doing that for?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think he might be doing it for Alexis.
Did
Maybe
she ask?
it might have been something that was asked over the course of the past couple weeks or so, or when she found out. I think it might be something she needs for him to officially sign over the baby, right?
That's crazy. Like, what
So
if
I
I
think
just
that's what was happening.
but what if yeah, I don't even know. Like, would anyone actually ask you that if you're just like, "Yeah, it's my baby.
Yeah,
I'll
but
sign
I
I'll
guess you
sign the
need a DNA
papers."
test, right? You need to prove it.
Okay.
Like just
But
being in a
who
picture with Delilah, that doesn't really make it definitively your baby.
Okay,
you
but
know?
okay, but then if he's the baby's father, why would you need anyone's DNA but your own?
That's the thing. He's not the baby's father.
Oh, but I want him to
So
be.
he went to get Delilah's DNA so that it would look like he's the baby's father.
So that he could take care of her baby and give it to the right people.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I like that.
Oh no, I want him to be the baby daddy.
No, I don't think he is.
And I want the whole weird DNA appointment with Elizabeth to be like Pikeman, nonsensical, and we all forget about it.
No, there was a reason behind that. Otherwise, it's just a very weird scene to throw in there.
Weird scene? We all had to suffer through Pikeman for I don't know how long, and it was nothing.
And it was nothing. Yeah. But yeah, like, why would you go through the whole process of pretending to be a cop, going into the evidence room, which would never happen, by the way? Like, oh, hey, random person with a cop uniform. Yes, go into the evidence
But
room.
you would just throw DNA in a box? I feel like that's not how you store DNA.
Probably not, but
It's probably why they don't solve cases.
This is a soap opera, so this is how they do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, but like we saw him and Ava today. They look good together. Because now Sigva's all the pictures. She's been really explicit. I don't date people who shoot my nephew.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I don't think there was ever any future with her and Sidwell,
I did not know what that was
Yeah.
about. It just didn't feel Ava-like. Because she's smarter than that. So if, for a woman like her to go for Sidwell, it's not just the man you're looking for. You're going to be capable of taking that chair, that seat, that I can run things too, to be an equal. I loved the idea of her and Sunny, and I think I was really disappointed when that got interrupted. Like they had Blaze's mom who came into the picture and it caused a rift. But her and Sunny together running things, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that was a good moment for them, for sure.
But Ethan, I think Ethan and her, it's going to be
Possibly.
something.
They're having a lot of scenes together, so it's a possibility.
Oh, now I'm so disappointed. I
Okay.
wanted him to be the dad because it was such an echo to like Tracy and Luke.
Right.
Brooklyn would raise the daughter and that he would be in and out. The same way he abandoned Lulu and left her at the Quartermains and then would come around sometimes and say, hey,
I'm your daddy.
yeah, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Willow's insanity. She wore that man's coat all over town.
Yeah, of course you did. Why not?
This
is my man.
That was so gross.
Mhm.
And she had the nerve to that's pure crazy though. To be in the Quartermain house with Yuri, with two people that no one likes you.
Yeah.
Like Michael coming in, Brooklyn coming in, and actually just being and counting on them carrying. And I just thought that was completely insane.
Mhm.
Her decision to choose to believe, you know what, I'm going to go with this. They're my people.
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself the victim after all of this. Wiley's fine. And and even Nina's face said it all. When she was like, what were you doing? And she was like, well, he knows that there's tension. Oh no, he goes between two houses.
Yeah.
And, you guys have been getting along. What do you mean? You and Michael have been getting along, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to hang out. You have a whole custody arrangement.
Exactly.
You not showing up to his house. I mean, aren't you a congresswoman? Don't you have other things to do?
Yeah.
So this whole I
would
need to
think.
prove to Wiley that I can be here on the grounds was so convoluted.
Yeah.
And I think it just shows that she's not changed because her whole thing, even with Michael, when he was trying to talk her down, was, should Tracy get away with this?
Yeah.
Again, that's Chase's mentality. And I said it ages ago that Chase and Willow both are in the I hate the Quartermains club.
Yeah.
And they're so entitled. Not when they get to live there, though. Not when they get to benefit from it. They're totally fine with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Chase's problem is. You get to live in a mansion.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
You're a beat cop.
He's actively trying to get himself removed from a really good situation. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
You're in this really great spot. You got demoted, so you're probably not making that much money.
No.
But you get to live in a mansion with your rich wife and her rich family.
But he's never really, there's been so many times, like legally anyway, that he is there at the house and doing things. And it's just sort of like, that's her family. Like, it's also your family. Like, don't
Yeah.
you think you should maybe not be in opposition
Mm-hmm.
to them all the time?
Yeah.
Like, I just think that that is so insane. So he hates the Quartermains, but then it was all sad. I don't think Tracy sees me as a Quartermain. Did you want to be Mr. Quartermain?
I know.
That was really funny to me.
Yeah. He's
But
not a quarter.
you're a Harrison, but he reminds me of Curtis in that respect. He sees Portia today and was like, so that thing you said about
Yeah.
me being a dad, are you going to take it back? She's like,
No.
no, not right now. And I'm just like, this guy is such a loon. Like
Yeah.
that whole conversation, like I'm so tired of them lumping Portia and Curtis together equally, as if they equally have done the same things. And they have not. Like
Yeah.
she had to walk him through this concept. When you vent about Isaiah to Trina, it makes her feel put in the middle. Like she ran
Yes.
to me. He's like, well, what do you mean? Like she didn't tell me this. Like everyone has to babysit him. And
Yeah.
she's like, I'm not sure we can keep the peace. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I can. It's like you have control. You're supposed to have self-control. Like you're supposed to be able to
Yeah.
make choices and commit to them and make the decision to take all the required steps. I just thought it was so ridiculous because I felt ultimately Portia was babying him into behaving and taking away all of his triggers so Curtis can just be a person.
Yeah, he's definitely dum dum number 4. I think my favorite part was, you got rid of my favorite chair.
Oh my gosh.
I donated it.
Oh, it's like he expects every woman he was married to keep everything the same just
Yeah.
in case he wants to do that bouncing between the two of them.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
You gave the woman the whole house and he was like, I didn't think I would lose my chair.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like I gave you the
I didn't think you would make it your own.
what's I just but with them two, I mean, look, I don't feel that Portia has ever placed Trina in the middle. I feel like whenever Trina tries to play peacemaker and is trying to do anything, she says, just let it go. She would always say, like your dad is your dad. Like, just leave it
Yeah.
alone. And I don't feel that she has put things on Trina in that way. It's always been her bringing it up first.
Right.
She's never vented about adult things to her.
No.
She always is happy to see her and happy to talk about what's going on in her life. So I feel like it's really unfair that Portia is catching some of the consequences of this. And I think Trina is not wrong for realizing, just again, what Kai said. But I feel like the bottom line is just focus on your life more.
Yeah.
Like if you're angry and you feel you need to cut them off, I guess that's just how you feel. But you realize that you can talk to your parents and also focus on your life. Like it's you. Like you can stop, getting in the middle. You have to notice the impulse to insert yourself. And maybe you need to interact with your parents to notice, funny, I don't have these impulses when I'm around my mom. Because she doesn't talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe you should notice that this impulse to fix or being put in the middle happens a lot with Curtis as opposed to Portia.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I love that Trina came to the whole conclusion, but I also felt, I don't know, kind of bad because she shows up with all this gusto to be like, I'm going to set boundaries. And I'm like, too little, too late. They already talked about what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They already realized that they shouldn't be doing this to you. So it's been done.
It's been done.
Again, move on with your life.
Absolutely. Like you're getting ready on this singing career where you're going to be building a life with
With who? With who?
I'm forgetting his name for some reason.
Kai?
With no.
No, that's what I want to ask you. Gio?
With Gio. There you go.
Okay. So you saw it too. There was a very notable scene earlier this week when it was a Gio Emma scene.
Yes.
And she walks in and he's like, oh, you caught me with another girl.
Yeah.
Again, that is how the end of her summer is going to be.
Yes.
Because they have more and more in common. They already bonded over the fact that our families have lied to us about like a fundamental truth that makes you question a lot of things about
Yes,
yourself.
totally.
They are both going to have baby siblings. I noticed Emma was like, ew, baby, ew,
Yeah,
ew.
yeah,
And then you're going to have Trina, who's going to be all up in it,
exactly.
comfortable.
Because she's gonna have a baby sibling of her own, right?
Exactly. Then they're going to be singing together, art
Yes.
together. They're going to have so many things in common.
Yeah, it's like they just built their little family.
Emma can get herself an emotional support animal and just move on with
Totally,
her life.
absolutely,
That's what I think is going to happen there.
and make a new cup for Anna.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And at this age, I think she'll make a nicer cup.
Maybe, who knows? Jury's out on that one.
So, like, I don't know. What did you feel about that miracle cure?
That Brit was taking?
No, the chocolate milk they're giving Brendan through IV.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Like, what is in the IV? You know, the chocolate milk IV.
It was really distracting.
Yeah. Oh, totally, totally.
I have never seen an IV bag
Never.
that looked like that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that the chocolate milk is just,
magical.
yeah.
Get you out of locked in syndrome in days.
I just feel like, shouldn't she recover faster? It's one needle.
I think so. Wasn't he talking normally to Nina and Willow, but then with Carly, he's like struggling to
I'm
breathe.
all out of breath. I'm so tired. What do you think about him bonding with Nina, though? Like, they're going to date.
They're gonna date for sure. They're gonna get close. It's definitely gonna happen. You know, Nina loves Carly's sloppy seconds. So,
Pretty much.
so
But do
that's
you,
gonna happen.
but do you think that Brennan, because there is one thing, though, like, I think Brennan sees the tough spot Nina's in, right?
Yeah.
Because look at her. She cares about her Aunt Liesel.
Yes.
You know, she doesn't have much family left. And regardless of that, they're close. She's obviously worried about her daughter. And I feel like Brennan was sort of clocking up a couple of things, you know, like he sees Willow for what she is,
Exactly.
you know, complimenting her on her manipulation.
Yes.
He sees Nina's not really satisfied with that. Like, Nina's encouraging her, like, don't fight with Tracy. Like, stop picking fights with the Quartermains. And the
Yes.
kids don't need this. And that Wiley is fine
Yeah.
with you not going to the
Yeah.
house. It was so funny because the mention of Tracy, even though Michael was doing a good job of like just trying to, you know, make peace and really just feeding into every single thing, you know, all the, oh, Willow, like feeding into her side of the story. Like, she can't even see that she's being manipulated by Michael in that moment.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny when he just asked her, like, do you think you can go up against Tracy? So he was being nice to her and he made really great arguments about the kids. But why I liked that particular dig
Mhm.
was because I felt like, yeah, you're being nice to her, but I felt like you were also feeding into an insecurity, like being like, are you sure you can? Like, I liked that little seed of doubt that he planted. But again, she's still focused on her feelings about the kids. Like, she
Yeah.
wants to
Yeah.
get Tracy back over anything else, even if it hurts the kids, because
Yeah.
the kids do love Tracy ultimately.
It's not the first time she does this where she almost shoots herself in the foot. You know, I think there was even the time when her and Michael were talking about custody off of the heels of her getting off from shooting Drew.
Hmm.
Like, she was all up on her high horse and ready to blow that up, right? And take him to court for full custody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like she has these moments of crazy where she's like, oh, I'm gonna, put the screws to them and do as much damage as possible without thinking about actual repercussions to her or her children, you know?
I think it just proves the point because, like, Willow has been after power for a long time. Like, that's her thing. Like, oh, all these people have power. And we joke about this. Like, to her, all she sees is Michael has power, Drew has power. But
Yeah.
it's like your
Yeah.
mom is really powerful. Like, your mom is the
Yes.
one who actually got Drew elected in the first place through her own connections.
Yes.
But she can't see female power. That she can't see.
No, let's
Um,
blind to it.
But you're watching her because, like, she's like, I got it. I have it now. Like, she has this title. Like, even when she said it, it's not like she pushed your ex-wife. She pushed a congresswoman.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's just-
you're still the same person. Like, nobody was there. Like, I'm just, like, you by yourself alone. You're like, I'm a congresswoman, so we must arrest anybody that touches me. And I love what Tracy said. She has a boo-boo. And I'm just saying, if you as a grown-up got hurt the same way a toddler would get hurt and can get back up,
Yeah.
then you can't be whining or pressing charges for a scrape on the knee.
No.
Like, you can't. But the whole power thing with her, I think it just proves having like an official title or having, I think, in her mind, official power that comes with status and money is all that you need. But it's very clear it's not enough. Like, I think, and I've
Mm,
always said this, the thing that Willow misses is that she lacks inner power. There's plenty of people who have power who may not have a lot of money, but just have it because they have a strong sense of self. They have a way with people. And that's the thing with her. There's nothing inside of her. So there's no way, like, she doesn't have what Michael has. He has like status, money, and inner power.
yeah. Yes.
Drew had
Absolutely.
external power, and I think after he comes out of all of this,
Yes.
he will have that like inner thing, and I think it'll be different. But I think she fails to understand power as a whole,
Yeah.
how to have it, how to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't know. She's has a taste of it, and now she's like going full crazy with it.
But the other thing that I'm not understanding exactly, what leverage does Nina and Willow
Oh.
even have over Brennan anymore?
Yeah, like you don't have any leverage over Brendan.
No.
He's not to getting the medication anymore. And even if they had the and now that Sidwell is on the run, they can't even get the medication, right?
No, they
So
can't get the medication. So now they want from Brennan the dirt on Drew, which
yeah,
he says he has. And Mel
yeah,
suggested last week, does he have it really?
yeah. I don't think he does. I think he's playing them for sure.
But again, like you pointed out, the injections are off the table,
Yeah.
but the leverage was Carly,
Yes.
and they don't know that's gone.
Yeah.
So he doesn't actually have to do anything for them.
No, he doesn't.
Is it the funding? She didn't even secure it, really.
No, no, she did not. Did not. So I don't know like what's going on there. I think maybe it's Nina was helping him in the beginning, and so he probably still values that. And so that's why he's going to continue to go through with it because of her,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think he's gonna do it for her, and I
Yeah.
think that Brennan will see, like, what Nina's really going through.
Yeah.
Because no one's really there supporting Nina right now. Like, Liesel knows what's going on, and she does her best to support her, but also call her out on things. But so far, Nina hasn't been able to, I don't know, rein Willow in
No, at all.
or kind of do a tough love thing. Like your daughter's blackmailing you. And I'm not sure that Brennan knows that Willow is blackmailing
Right. Right.
Nina. So I think it's gonna be look, Nina deserves a good relationship. I love the idea of at some point her ending up with Curtis. Um,
Yeah.
but I think for now, Brennan is seeing what she's really going through and how hard that is,
Hmm.
and that she's struggling with this facade, having to be somebody else for Willow in a way. So I don't know. I think if he can really be there for her, that could be a good thing.
Yeah, probably. Finally, a normal, well, not normal, but a relationship that's not kind of born out of lies or manipulative
Oh.
or shady.
Well, it started shady but fun. Like funny. It's not the best story to put somebody in locked in
No,
syndrome,
no.
but because that was sort of the foundation I was talking about, like Endgame was like Curtis and Nina in a way, like that they've known each other for a long time
Yeah.
and they've mostly been really upfront. But you're right, for the time being, if she is with Brennan, yeah, there wouldn't really be any secrets. And maybe this time she can actually bond with Brennan without bringing Carly up because she used Carly with Drew to kind of
Yeah.
get together because she was
Right.
mad.
Right.
Like she often actively brings Carly into her relationships.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Brennan can be a different avenue for Nina. She's grown in so many ways, but she has this bizarre desire to be Carly's best friend,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
despite what she says about her. She's like, I just want her to like me.
Wanted her husband, wanted her hotel,
Yeah.
wanted her everything.
But Nina and Brennan have the potential for something. We talked about Gio and Trina having the potential for something.
Yeah.
I think, okay, it got weird with Laura, Jordan, and Ezra,
Yes.
right? First of all, I thought it was weird that Ezra just disclosed the blackmail in front of Jordan.
I know.
Like,
That is odd.
why? And then when he got that text from Jacinda that turned
Fake
out to
just in the
be
text. Yeah.
Sidwell, I know it's weird because it's, like, scary, like, Sidwell is like, "I have leverage," he's probably gonna, like
Yeah.
yeah, off him, but I felt like that whole bringing Jacinda back into the picture was more about officially closing the door on that in order to
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, in order to open one with Laura, so I think that's also gonna be a bit of a summer
You think so?
well,
Interesting.
Kevin's on Beyond the Gates, and he's loving it.
True.
You know, and I think that Ezra and Laura have something, and I think if Sidwell's out of the way and they can do politics together their way, there's gonna be banter, respect, and I think that they're gonna definitely be together.
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Yeah,
unexpected. I had talked about this,
possibly.
like Lulu's worst nightmare, like her mom's with Ezra, Dante's with Elizabeth,
Oh my god.
Carly's with Valentin,
Yeah.
Jocelyn's with Nathan. Isn't that
Yeah.
hilarious?
Oh my god. Do you think Jocelyn would be with Cassius?
Yeah.
That's so he's so much older than her.
True,
Yeah.
true, but people are still voting yes.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
But this is what I think. It's not gonna be like a real couple, more of a situationship.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily and we talked about it last week. No, I guess you don't listen. I guess you're not not up to date.
I'm not up to
You're not up
date.
to date?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
So, I think it's going to be like, I don't want it to be like just a hookup. They have a really good connection. You know, she is the first person to know him and accept him for exactly who he is and sees the good in him.
Right.
You know, she knows them in a way that Lulu doesn't. Like, she knows his name, for one,
Yeah, there you go.
right?
Yeah, that's the first step.
Um, so I think they might just have, like, a deep connection, and we might see a lot of that. I'm hoping that's how they're gonna do it, right? Because 'Cause they're very electric, they have natural chemistry together, and I think they're just gonna be, like, important people, like, transitionary person in your life, like, as he
Mhm.
becomes Cassius in Port Charles, or as Jocelyn navigates the fact that, like, I don't know, like, what's her life? Like, her friends
Yeah,
don't know what's going on with her. She's doing her own
right.
thing, and I was saying to make that possible, they would have, like, their own bubble
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
And so it would be more of a situationship that wouldn't really last, but
yeah.
they would be like trying to think of
Well,
other
look, I see them as once, Cullum is finally out of the way, Brennan becomes probably the director, and it feels like they might be, a partner they might be partners in the WSB, like Cassius and Joss, you know? That is a potential
well, I don't know, right? Because
yeah.
like, I don't know that he'll end up in the WSB because apparently they're hiring they're because 'cause they're bringing another actor on.
Oh, okay.
That is, like, the rumor is that it's meant for Jocelyn. So
Oh,
I guess I saw it more as, like, they would be meaningful to each other, meaning that he'll do anything for her, she'll do anything
okay.
for him because they had this bond at one point in time, but it's not one of those, like, everlasting
Right.
situations. But yeah, they would definitely be an interesting couple. They just have that they're just surprising on screen, I think.
Yeah, it's good screen
Oh,
chemistry.
and Alexis and Rick, they made it so much more obvious this
I
week.
think so. I think so. I think something will happen there.
They had a madam conversation in front of
Oh
Molly,
my gosh.
and she cringed, and also Fitzpatrick
Oh, yeah.
and
And
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah, that one's obvious, I think.
Yeah, it's, like, so soon.
Completely. Very soon after Margot's,
He's
yeah.
gonna take him to Marco's, like,
Tennis
tennis
opening.
yeah.
Oh my god. That's so bad.
I think
Well,
so.
I don't think Sidwell will be there to witness it.
Well, no, but it's not a bad guy you want gone, though,
No,
because he was a
no.
good bad guy. He's so
No, he
funny.
is. I think he's gonna be the one that will always pop in and have his long-term moments before going on vacation, you know?
But I don't know, I'm so curious to see how all of this is gonna shake out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there can't be much time left in this storyline, but
You would think!
you would think, yeah.
That's what everyone that's what everyone is thinking.
Yeah.
Any anything else that you wanna cover from this week? What are we
I
missing?
think, something I wanna mention is that when it comes to, Valentin and Carly, steamy scenes,
Yeah?
I feel like, ABC puts all of the steamy scene budget, into those, you know, like, let's get the wine, let's get the candles, let's get the fancy lingerie, let's get the real steaminess between them,
You
you
know
know?
what?
It's
Maybe
hilarious.
maybe I'm gonna put that in the caption.
Yeah, I
These
think
2
so.
getting all the steamy budget.
They get all the steamy
The
budget.
steamy budget. Okay, so now this is where Mel asks if you have any favorite lines or gold
Uh,
stars.
well, I'll have a cutie pie moment.
No, that's not
No?
time for
Oh,
that.
sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
So, favorite lines, I have one. So it was when Molly told Alexis that she was going on a hike, and Alexis replied, "I went on a hike once."
One time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And there was another one. Okay, this is just me being. So Laura was talking to Lulu and says, "I always make time to talk to the talented journalists." And then I was like, "Where are they?
Where are
Why are
they?
you talking
Yeah.
to Lulu and not
Yeah.
following?"
I don't see any right now.
No. Okay, what are your gold stars?
My gold stars. I like Danny. Danny, how he was amazing, an amazing brother, and how he was very caring with Scout. I think
Okay,
that
so
was
Danny, I liked Molly too in those scenes.
yeah, Molly was
I liked
good.
Molly and Elizabeth because she thought she was being hard on Danny, and Elizabeth's like, "I've seen better.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen like
for sure.
it's not as bad." There was a lot. Okay, oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let's do a mix here.
Yeah.
A mix between gold stars and cutie pie moments. Okay,
Yes.
so Rick and Sunny. I don't know. I don't know what is more brotherly because Sunny was just trying to. Because Rick didn't understand why didn't you tell me about the
The
sting,
sting operation. Yeah.
and then Sunny decided to say, "I didn't tell you about that, but premeditated murder, letting you in on."
Yeah, you get to know that one.
And so and Sunny was so proud of himself for sharing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is a gold star moment, and also could it be a cutie pie moment? You know, there's
Yeah.
Danny and Scout.
Yes.
There's Danny and Molly, which was really cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's Rick and Sunny. Any other kind of cutie pie?
You could say Rick and Alexis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a
Well,
little X-rated, but so is, I mean, murder's not so okay either.
no. No.
Another cutie pie moment was like Charlotte and Carly baking cookies
Oh, yeah.
in the backdrop of a warrant being served.
Yes.
Creative.
Yes.
Creative and
Very,
cute.
very.
Cutie pie moment. But
I
stars
like
to
that.
everyone. Stars to the chocolate milk bag.
Oh my God. I still can't believe that.
Stars to Nina having to deal with Willow.
Yeah.
A huge star to Tracy. I literally like,
That was a great speech. Great speeches that she was giving to Brooklyn.
yeah. And I called it was Tracy week because basically most days I just posted about her because she had like the absolute best lines. You know what? Forget everybody else. O- Only Tracy gets a star, the biggest star.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I
That's it.
really like Valentin's sacrifice too, as well. I think that's pretty
Okay, fine.
huge. But I agree with Tracy. I think Tracy gets the giant star for sure.
Tracy gets a giant star. I'm gonna give a star to Ava Trina moment because she brought up Kiki. And I
Oh
think if
yeah.
you've
Okay.
watched to see how like volatile and hard that relationship was between
Hmm.
Ava and Kiki, and when it was hard, it was hard. For her to kind of have shown that she learned a lot from that, I think was a
Yeah.
big deal. I mean, I like the Felicia and Nathan scenes. I think we're watching for Nathan, I mean, sorry, for Cassius, how
Cautious.
hard it's getting, like when he's getting
Yeah.
these moments with Nina, when he is even with Felicia, he seems so grateful and so sad because I think he cares about these people and he wants so desperately for them
Absolutely.
to be his
Absolutely.
people. And I think that they'll continue to be. I think that's the thing.
Yeah. I think so. I think so.
Okay. So we mixed up stars and cutie pie moments, but
We
Mel
did.
usually asks me for the handle and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
at cutie pie coloring. That's the handle on Instagram if you want to go check out the pages. The link to buy the coloring book is available on our Instagram pages, or you can
Yeah.
go directly on Amazon and search for a cutie pie coloring book.
Yes.
We've talked about all the things.
And we did all the stuff.
No, we've talked about all the stuff. And the next time we're back, I'll be
Yeah.
back with Mel.
We'll see. We might do another one in a couple weeks.
I don't
Mel is
know.
taking this massive hiatus.
She's doing it with us. Like we're all hanging out on vacation.
Right. Okay.
That's also why. It's so that we can spend time together as a
Yeah,
family.
I get that. I
Yeah.
get it.
Oh, it's
Okay.
true. We might do a
Yes.
cocktail chat, us
Yeah, we
three.
will. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I
Stop
like
making
that.
sounds with this chair.
Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta not move too much in here.
I won't.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Until next time.